Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 57 of Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Comic Review. Now, as you know, after the events with the whole Surge fiasco, we now kind of have Whisper back with her wisps, and yeah, we're going to have a story that's dealing with after effects of the Eggman City fiasco, where the cover has Tangle and Whisper getting ready, with Whisper with her gun and her multiple wisps. And of course, this issue is also meant to focus on a lesser-known character, Leon the sheep. And the story starts off with Leon saying, "No major defenses, no signs of traps, no patrol along the city limits. It's almost like Eggman wants us to invade." So of course, we kind of see how Sonic and Tangle rush in to do a surprise attack. And of course, we kind of see how Leon isn't really pleased with Sonic and Tangle rushing in. And we kind of see how, yeah, Tangle and Whisper are taking on multiple badniks. And of course, we kind of see how Leon and the others have to kind of save Tangle as well as Sonic from getting killed. And even having to deal with multiple robots. And Sonic saying, not nice. Did you two forget why we're here? And of course, we're introduced to the Restoration HQ, where we find out that Eggman's base has been growing massively big, and they need to find a way to shut it down, and find out what's been kind of going around. And we kind of see how, yeah, Sonic wants to make sure Whisper's okay after the whole Wisp fiasco with Surge. And we see Sonic saying, "So, what's the favor then?" "We heard about the time in Eggman's new base. I want to take our team in. We found out exactly what's going on there and prepare a way to bring it down." And of course, we kind of see how, yeah, Sonic, Tangle, Leon, and even Whisper decide to form a team. And we see how their team name is going to be called the Diamond Cutters by Tangled. And of course, this is Whisper saying, "What did you just say?" I mean, okay, I can understand Tangle wanting to do it in honor of her team, but really, just stop to think if your friend and other teammate is going to be pleased about referring to your original team's name, as it would bring back a lot of painful memories. And we kind of see how, yeah, turns out Leon knows who Sonic is, and if you remember me reviewing the earlier issues, when the virus was still at its peak, we kind of had her back at issue 2, where Sonic saved her village during the whole Metal Sonic thing, and even joined the Restoration HQ to be the kind of tough girl. And of course, we kind of see how Sonic's saying, "Yeah, slow isn't sneaky, it isn't really my thing. And I'm still getting used to this whole dynamic. My bad. Honestly, how do you handle her?" "I don't. Whisper, is there something we need to talk about?" "No." And of course, they decided to head on to find out where Eggman is, and we kind of see how Leon gets Whisper to use one of her wisps to find out what's been going around. And of course, we see how the crystals are growing massively, the city's growing bigger, and of course, we see how Sonic decides to use the green wisp to give himself a boost, and found out where one of the ships were. And of course, it's shown that it seems like Eggman is sort of tidying him up after himself, and they decide to kind of go on further to try and find a way to shut it down before it causes any more problems. So of course, they normally go further in, where we see how, yeah, Tangle, Whisper, Sonic, and that deal with the other badniks, and they kind of go into the bottom entrance further down, and turns out it's been sucking out all plant life from down below. And of course, we kind of see how even Sonic's a little concerned, and they still think they can take Eggman in and defeat him. But we kind of see how, yeah, Leon does make a good point, that they have to get back to Restoration HQ before any problems kick in. But of course, we see how much like from the early issues, that the sort of gateway from before, from issue 37 to issue 40 is back, and we see how Sonic doesn't want to go through the same thing again and tries to get everyone out just in time. And we see how Whisper says, "This never gets old! Woohoo!" Huh, an ambush, lovely. And of course, we kind of see how Sonic tries to get through, tries to get everyone out safely, but we kind of see how, yeah, because of one bird like Badnik, we kind of see how Sonic loses Tangle, Whisper, and Leon into one of the portals, and Sonic, realizing that he kind of lost his teammates, and tries to let the Association HQ know that Sonic has to kind of get reinforcements to help bring back their teammates. And of course, the next issue is obviously going to have Tails and Amy show up to try and save the day. And this is the story. So I think issue 57 isn't too bad. Like I said, it's dealing with the after effects of the whole Starline Surge storyline, and it's kind of implied that Starline might be behind it. So it's obviously clear that Ian Flynn is going to bring him back slowly, and it kind of seems like he's going to become some sort of newer, dangerous form. And I think, yeah, having him dead made sense, but I can see where Ian Flynn wants to show him becoming something much bigger, and it seems like it's gonna imply this. So I think the issue still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still okay. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.